Greetings, my name is Mr. A, the engineering drawing tutor for Mr. O. Today we're going to be dealing with this isometric drawing. So I will not only be drawing it, but I will also be teaching you how to encounter every single isometric drawing. Okay, so here we have this orthographic projection view. So what we're going to do is to draw it as an isometric view on our drawing paper. So we have three views. Okay, first thing to consider is the following. Figure shows the front, the top, and the side views. Do not copy these views, but draw an isometric view. Okay, so if you can notice by the pattern of this is going to be the first angle, okay, which is placed like this. Okay, so here you have your front, which is here, the left view, which is this one, and then you have your top, which is this one. So you do not have the right view. Okay, so when you place it here, first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to draw a horizontal line on your paper in thin line, just like that. And then the next thing that you're going to do now is to take your 30 degrees set square on that line. You are going to draw lines which has an angle of 30 degrees on two sides. Okay, after that, let's also project this one vertically, just like that. Okay, so if you can notice, there is this side and also this side. Okay, so whenever you're placing whenever you're drawing your isometric drawing, whenever you're placing the views, first you consider the left view or the right view. So in this case, we have the left view, so you're going to consider the left view first. Okay, now whenever you're drawing here, you're going to start with the left view, as I told you. So the left view will always be on your left hand. Okay, so my left hand is this side, so my left view will be here, and then my front view will be on the right side. Okay, my left view will be on the left, my right view will be on the right. If it was the right view, we're going to start with the right view, we'll place it on the right side, and then the front view will be on the left side. Okay, so let's start with our draw. Okay, so first I want to draw this part. Okay, I know we have a semicircle here with this part, but I want us to ignore that one for now. Okay, and let's start with this part and also the horizontal length for the left view. Okay, so first let's measure how much 80, which is this one. This is on the front view side. Okay, the front view has the longest horizontal distance. Okay, that's what you should remember. That's why this is our front view. It has the longest horizontal distance. So it's how much? 80. That is not the maximum. The maximum is from here until there. Okay, but right now we are only considering this part of 80. Okay, so let me start with the 80 part. Okay, after making a point on 80, I want to do this distance, which is 10 and also 10. So on that 80, I will just do 10 and 10. So it will be my 10 on this side and also my 10 on this side. And then after that, let's do the horizontal for the left view, which is going to be how much? 40. Okay, so the first thing is I want to project this point, which is 40, and also the 80 millimeter on the front view. I'm also projecting that one, and then the joint right here. I want to rub this off because it might disturb me. So we're going to have this point, this point, this point, and that point. So what I'm going to do is on this 80, I'm going to project this 80 vertical upwards. Same thing on the other point, project it vertical upwards, and then this one I'll also do the same, project it vertical upwards. Okay, now what I want to do next is on these points, this one and this one, let me do the same thing and do what? Project vertical upwards. But before doing that, I need to project these points to the other side. I do not need to draw a line because I don't want many lines. I can just project the points, or you can measure 10 from this side. Okay, so after getting those, let's do the same thing. Let's project vertical upwards, just like that. If there's 20 until the center, it means that from here to here it's 30 minus 20. Okay, or 30 minus 20, which gives us 10. Okay, so I'm going to measure 10 millimeters on that part. Okay, so let's measure 10, and I also want to measure that 30. Okay, so after measuring that 30, I want us to measure the maximum vertical, which is going to be 30 plus this 20 from the radius 20, which will just add 20, and then the maximum will be how much? 50 millimeters. Okay, now the next thing right now is to project. Okay, and also this one at the center, and also this 10 part. This 10 part, I'm not going to project it like that. So let me first focus on this one. Okay, and then I will also project this part on the other side. Just like that. Okay, so the next thing is, let's close this part and also do the same thing on this one. Okay, now my focus will be on this 10. What I'll do is I'll project it to the left side. So after doing that, let's project it until it touches this line. Okay, now let's do this part. Do you see this one for the 10? We're gonna project it to this side. Now the lines might be confusing because of all these thin lines. So the next thing that we're going to do now, it will be the cycle, and then we can make our drawing to be feasible. So let's start. Okay, so this is the center of our cycle. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'll measure the half of that cycle, which is 20 millimeters, which is right there. Okay, after that I will project this line vertically, just like this. Okay, and also let's project it to the back. Okay, sorry, not the back, based on our drawing. So this is the cycle that we are starting with. Okay, so it doesn't start at the back, it starts right here. So we're just going to project it vertically, and sorry, horizontally, and then the measurement of it is 20 from here to here. So that's all we're going to do, measure 20 on this line. Okay, so after finding that half, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the cycle part. Okay, now in order to draw the cycle part, I'm going to need the radius. Now I have the radius. You have this cycle, which is diameter 20, so the radius will be 10 millimeters. Okay, so right here, this is the center point, right? Okay, so what you're going to do next is to measure 10 from this center point. Let's start by 10 horizontally. So it's 10 millimeters, we make a point. 10 millimeters, we make a point. And then 10 millimeters, we make a point. 10, we make a point. So it's going to be like that. And then we're going to close it up. We already have this one. So the last one will be this one. This will be the last one. And then now the next thing to do is, this is the point where we project 20 millimeters forward. So on that point, we're going to need to do the same thing as this one. Okay, let's project this. Well, like this. Okay, so we'll project this point right here to the other side. this one right here, and then this one right here. Okay, so we have a point right here, right here, and also right here, and then I will just draw vertical lines just like this. Okay, so now that I have this part, let me make the rest of the drawing to be visible so that you guys don't get lost through these thin lines. So let's start with this upper part, and then let's go to the next upper part, and then we're gonna draw this line, and then we're gonna come to this one. So now we have the top part, and then we're gonna do this one. Okay, and then we're gonna do this one. Okay, I'll just leave some of these lines right here. Okay, let me also leave this one, so just do this part only. Okay, and then now let's do the cycle. Now in order to do the cycle, I'm just going to join this one. First let me name them 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Then I'll name this one A, B, C, and then D. Okay, so I'll join 1 with B with the line, and then I'll join 3 with D just like that, and then I'll join 3 with A, and then I'll join 1 with C. Okay, after that, what we're going to do next is to use our compass to draw the cycle. Okay, so we're going to use this intersection, this point, and this point. Okay, so let's start with the intersections. Make sure that it touches. Sorry about that. Make sure that it touches. After touching, we're gonna want to make that arc. Go to the next intersection, which is right there. So after it touches the intersection there, I'm gonna want to make sure that it touches the letters D and C. After it does, I'm gonna join them. So after that, I'm gonna put the P now at 3. The pencil will touch A and D. Just like this. I want it to touch A and D. Okay, so after that it touches there, and then I'm gonna put the pencil now, P now at 3 at 1, pencil at B and C. And then I'm gonna make it arc to join them, and that will be my cycle. Okay, so do you see this part? This one, it's the same box, it's this one, but 20 millimeters away. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing. I join this one with this one. Here I'm gonna join this one with this one. Okay, this point with this point, and then I'm gonna join this point with this point right here, and then after that this one with this one. And then I can join this one with this one. Okay, so the next part right now is to put the pin here at 3, and then the pencil will touch here and also here. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make my arc. Okay, just like that. Okay, and the next part right now is I'm going to draw them in thinner. So the pin will be right here. The intersection, the pencil should touch the side. So after touching, you're gonna want to draw in thinner. Same thing right here with the pin in the intersection. Pencil touches right here at this one, and then what you're gonna do, draw in thinner. Okay, so after doing that, you're going to want to join this with the ruler. Okay, the outer part of this with the outer part of this one with a ruler. And then the same thing, you're gonna do it here. Okay, now you can draw your arcs in four. Same as this one. Okay, so you're gonna have something like that. And the next part right now is you can make this line to be visible. Okay, and also this one. Okay, and also let's make this one to be visible. Okay, now we are going to do this part right here. Okay, so in order to do that, you're going to need to, you see in this line, you're going to extend it by 10 millimeters. Extend by 10 millimeters, and then I'm gonna make a point right there. So we're gonna draw this part, which is actually a semicircle. Okay, so on this point right here, I'm gonna project like this, and then if you can see on this one, the radius is how much? Is the same as this one, which is 10 millimeters. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing right here, 10 millimeters. So what I'm doing here is the same as what I did there, so I'll just draw it. Okay, so this is what I did, the same as I did there. But since now we are drawing a semicircle, instead of drawing the circle, I'm going to draw only half. Okay, so in order to do that, first let's do these lines. Okay, this one with this one, and then we're gonna have this one with this one, and then let's also do this one with this one, and then this one with this one. So after doing these lines, you're only going to do the lower part only. So in order to do that, you're gonna use this intersection right here in order to draw a circle. So I first have to adjust it. Okay, so now after adjusting it, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a semicircle. Okay, so this arc is the first part, and then the next part will be putting your pin right here, and then the pencil, let it touch here and also here. When you make sure that it touches on both of them, you're gonna do what? Make an arc. Just like that. Okay, so after making that arc, you're gonna do the same thing 10 millimeters away from there. Okay, so first let's project this point right here, just like this, and then let's join this one with this one. Okay, and then we're gonna project this point until it touches this one, and then project this one vertically. Okay, so the same thing here is right here somewhere. Okay, but do you see this point that we made an intersection with? That's what I want us to focus on. We're going to project that point to the left, to the right side, and then I'm going to measure 10. And then make a point. So this point join this one and this one. So here is going to join this one and this one. Okay, but we'll do it in thinner. Let's do that. Okay, so after doing that in thin line, we're gonna do the same thing we did here, which is join the last part, the last point. Okay, actually it's the last part. Join it with the full line. Okay, so after it joins, you're gonna go back there and make it to be visible, just like this. Okay, so the next part here will be to do this until it touches there, and then do the same thing there. And then I'm gonna project this part, the lower part, and also do the same thing here. Project until it touches there. Same thing, project until it touches there. Okay, and then let's also consider. No, let's leave that one for now. And then let's drain this one, just like this. Okay, so the next part is I want to draw this part in full line. This line in full line. And then the next thing is to draw this smaller cycle inside here. And then we're also gonna draw this part, which is this part inside here. Okay, and then we can finish with this too. So let's go to the small cycle. So the small cycle has a diameter of 10, which means that the radius is 5. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to do the same thing for the cycle, but with now a diameter of 10. So I'm just going to fast forward to that part. Okay, so I'm done with the cycle, smaller cycle. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to just project this point to here. Okay, and I'm also going to draw full line from here until here, full line. Okay, same thing on the other side. Project a point. After that, full line from here to here. Okay, and then I can now make this one side to be visible. Okay, now, okay, so what I did here, I'm also going to do the same thing here and also here, but I'll do the same cycle part. Okay, so that we don't waste time, let me just fast forward to when I'm finished with this part. Okay, so I'm done with this part. Now I'm just going to extend this line just like this until it touches there. Okay, so now let's go to this smaller part, and then I'm going to draw my cycles, these two. Okay, so where are they located? They are located just first. I'm going to measure the 20. After measuring the 20, this is where the first half will be. Then the next center of the cycle will be 20 millimeters away from the other. So after doing that, I'm just going to project to the left, just like that, and then project to the left, just like that. And then this half, this is what my half is. I'm just going to project this point, or you can just measure 20. So now I have the half, and I also have the half somewhere there. So what is the measurement here? So the diameter is how much? 10. So I'm just going to do 5, 5 on all sides. So let's start with the vertical, 5, 5, and then horizontal, 5, 5. And then let's go to the horizontal, 5. Okay, and then I can just do the project the vertical part. Sorry, there's not the point. Here is the point. Okay, and then I'm going to do the opposite angle on the other point. And then now I'm just going to do this, draw our cycles here. So it's the same thing as doing the cycles. So since these ones are small, I can just do them in freehand, or I can use the cycle template. It can help us to draw the cycles, the cycle template. If you don't have a cycle template, you can just use if we had, okay, for example, join this part with this one, and then join this one with this one, and then join this one with this one, and then join this one with this one. Then you have the first cycle. Then here you're gonna do the same thing. Okay, so I'm gonna join this one with this one, join this one, and sorry, join this one. So join this one with this one, and then join this one with this one, and then that will be it for my drawing. Thank you. Okay, now the last thing, let's just put in the chain line or the center line, just like this. Okay, same thing here. Okay, let's also do here, and then also do here, and then we are done with this part, with this drawing. Thank you.